Regarding the twins, another thing which is asked is the comparison of the monozygotic with dizygotic twins in tabulated form. The one should be very clear that monozygotic twin develop from single zygote. That is, this zygote divide into two cell first. Every zygote divide into two, but they become double 4, 8, 16. But at two cell stage they separate out. Instead of changing into morula or the 16 cell stage, that is divide into two cell stage, they become separate. Or morula change into inner cell mass and outer cell mass. Inner cell mass cells may divide into two and give the monozygotic twin, which means the source is one zygote and divide into two. Third stage of the monozygotic twin is when the embryonic plate is formed. The embryonic disc is formed, which is the epiblast and hypoblast. Before the appearance of primitive streak on the epiblast, this plate or embryonic disc divide into two components in the center and develop into two embryos, which means the monozygotic twins are single zygote origin. It may develop at two cell stage, it may develop at inner cell mass division, or third maximum late is the embryonic disc. In dizygotic twin, they are the two zygotes which are shed off from the ovary at the time of ovulation, and these are separately undergo fertilization, or the separate sperm fertilize these eggs. There are two sperms which fertilize the two eggs separately. So such zygote the dizygotic twins are not the genetically same as compared to the monozygotic, which is the single cell origin. These are the two separate cells, like the two separate pregnancies which may occur in one uterus. In comparison, number one, the monozygotic twin incidence is 3 to 4 per 1000 of the birth. 1000 birth, 3 to 4 are monozygotic twin. 90% twins are dizygotic. Second name given to dizygotic is fraternal. That's the twins, fraternal twins. Number two is they result from splitting of the zygote at various stages of development. As I told you, at the two cell stage may separate out completely. The inner cell mass divide into two equally, or the embryonic disc divide into two. So at various stages of the development, three stages almost, which is seen, they result from simultaneous shedding of two oocyte and fertilization by different spermatozoa. Third difference is blastocyst implant separately, as it one zygote divided into two single zygote, and that implant separately. Two cysts, blastocyst obviously form, and each embryo has its own placenta, own chorionic sac. Number three, the zygote implant individually, because they are the two egg fertilized by two sperm, separate egg, So they implant individually in the uterus, each develop its own placenta, amnion, and chorionic sac. Number four difference is one third of twins are monozygotic. Total twins, if you take the ratio, the one third of the twins are monozygotic, whereas the two-thirds of the twins are dizygotic. The incidence of the dizygotic twin is more as compared to the monozygotic. Number five difference is they are genetically identical because they develop from single zygote. So obviously they are genetically the same and similar in physical appearance. If you look these, it is difficult to identify the two from each other. If you see them as you have seen your even twins in the class are the students, they are difficult to recognize in physically. If you see them, they have same physical appearance. They may be same sex, dizygotic number 5, they may be same sex or different sexes. Why? Because the two egg is always X. The two eggs will be obviously, each egg will be X. If it join with the X sperm, it is female, one egg. Second egg join with Y sperm, that become male. So obviously one may be male or one may be female. If the both are fertilized by X sperm, it both will be female. If both eggs are fertilized by Y sperm, it will be both will be male. So they may be same sex or different sexes. Depend upon the two eggs fertilized by X or Y separately or the both by X or both by Y. They are the more alike genetically, look like genetically because they are belong to same mother and father. Then brother or sisters, just like brother and sisters at different times. Conjoined twins, which mean fused twins. The twins may be fused with each other, which we have already done is the at the level of thorax, at the level of buttocks, at the level of skull. Name is given conjoined twins of various types. Chances in the monozygotic twin of conjoined twins are more. That is the usually occur in rather in monozygotic twin. Due to the reason is that the partial separation of that is the zygote or inner cell mass is the partially separate or the embryonic disc that partially separate, and a part of these two half of the embryonic disc or two half of the inner cell mass may remain fused with each other, responsible for the development of conjoined twins, fused twins. Conjoined twins do not occur because these are the two eggs separately fertilized by different sperms. They are already independent oocytes, whereas this is the one oocyte divided into two. It may be partial separation, so conjoined twin can occur only in monozygotic. Six differences: dizygotic twin, two embryos, each is in its own amniotic sac, obviously. If the inner cell mass separate completely into two and or it is the two cell stage, or if the monozygotic twin even separate at embryonic disc, obviously they will be independent now. So two embryos will form, and each in its own, each will having own amniotic sac and the same chorionic sac and a common, maybe common placenta. So the name is given diamniotic, two amniotic sac, or maybe monochorionic placenta, one chorionic cavity, as we have already shown the pictures in the previous class. Early separation of the embryonic blastocyst 2 to 8 cell stage lead to 2 amnion, 2 chorion, 2 placenta. Dizygotic are 2 amnion, they are separate, 2 chorion, 2 placenta obviously because they are 2 oocyte separately fertilized. So each will have its own amnion, own chorion, own placenta, which means 2 amnion or 2 chorion. Chorion and placenta may be fused with each other. Placenta may be fused with each other, near to each other, so they get fused. Number 7, they does not show hereditary tendency, monozygotic. Say in family, especially the mother family, the it is inherited from the mother, not from the father. Monozygotic repetition of the monozygotic twinning. So it does not show any hereditary tendency. Monozygotic not show inheritance. Say monozygotic twins are once born, it may not be next time repeated. But dizygotic show hereditary tendency. 3 time occurrence in families. A family may, if there is a history of the heredity, this dizygotic twinning that occur in families in the next generation. Number 8, monozygotic with one amniotic sac, one chorionic sac, 50% fetal mortality, or may present with IUGR. If the monozygotic twin they have single instead of separate amniotic sac, having single amniotic sac and one chorionic sac, what will happen is if single amniotic sac, the umbilical cord of the two embryos that will entangle with each other lead to ischemia and fetal mortality, or may present with IUGR, intrauterine growth retardation. One fetus is getting less blood due to common placenta and the other is more. Fetal distress may occur on premature labor, early delivery of the child. Rate of dizygotic twin increases with mother age. So in dizygotic twin no such problem at single amniotic sac or single chorionic sac or entangling of the umbilical because they are two oocytes separately implant in the uterus. Number 9 is the rate of monozygotic twinning vary little with the maternal age. That has no relation that if the maternal age will be more, there is more chance of monozygotic twinning. The rate of dizygotic increases with mother age, more chances. If the mother age is more, there is more chance of the monozygotic twins. They have same fingerprint, blood group, eye, and hair color. They all are different in dizygotic twin. They are said to be twin, but they look different from each other. But the monozygotic twin fingerprint are same, blood group is same, eyes and hair color is same. So phenotypically they are alike with each other. where dizygotic are not alike with each other. The next topic after the twinning is the birth defects. There is one problem of the birth defect, that abnormal fetus are born, and that is the birth defects. Birth defect, congenital malformation and congenital anomalies. Anomalous child are born, like the abnormal brain, subnormal brain, and the heart defects, congenital, urogenital system defect, and the GIT defect. So, birth defects, if we be careful about the many things which we'll discuss in next, then birth defect can be avoided. These terms are used to describe structural, the defect in structure of the fetus, behavior, functional, function disturbance of any organ, endocrine or others, or the liver functions, the and metabolic disorder present at birth. Study of these disorders are called teratology. Birth defects, 25% infant death, lead to 25% of the infant death. 40 to 45% birth defect, unknown cause. Genetic factors such as chromosomal anomalies and mutant genes account for 28%. So, genetic factors are which are difficult to stop can responsible for the account for the abnormalities and mutant gene. Environmental factors 3%. Twinning causes 0.5 to 1%. Genetic and environmental causes 20% to 25%. Anomalies are of two types, major and minor. They say major is a cardiac defect, minor is very small defect. Minor anomalies occur in 15% newborn, such as microtia, that is small pinna. The auricle is the small, ossia minor, micro small. Pigment spots, that is black spots. Minor anomalies may be associated with major defects. What is said that one minor defect have chance of 3% of major defect. 3% of major defect. Two minor defects, if they are there, lead to one should trace out in or should be examined or investigate any major defect also. If we look upon that external ear, the pinna is small in size or deformed, one should look upon also the major defect in the, like in the heart, GIT or other systems, urogenital, any major defects may be traced out. So it is what is said that one minor defect have chance of 3% of major defect that is associated with. Not always, 3% chance. Two minor defects if you trace out, then there is a 10% chance of major defect that may be present in that fetus. three minor defects if you look upon, there is a 20% chance of the major defect. So this is the one major defect have chance of 3, two minor defects 10% chance of the major defect, three minor defect 20% chance of major defect. Minor anomalies that give clue to major anomaly, which I told you that if you trace out a minor anomaly, then it gives you a clue that there might be present major anomaly. Now, there are the uh, different types of abnormalities. Generally, that one abnormality is malformation. That is, structure is not normally developed. Malformation. It occurred during 3rd to 8th week, which is very sensitive period to teratogens, exposure to teratogens, viral, drug, or other things. If mother is exposed in during the 3rd to 8th week, they may result in complete or partial absence of structure. Say a whole upper limb is absent, or like this. They may result in complete or partial. That is, the arm develop, forearm doesn't develop, like this. Partial absence of structure, alteration of the normal configuration, or shape is altered. Limb may develop but with altered shape. Yeah. This is the one thing which is seen in anomalies. Structure is malformed or fail to develop or develop not in a normal shape. Disruption, second, is the morphological alteration of already formed structure. The structure was developed normally, but another incidence caused the defect in the fully developed normal structure. For example, upper limb and lower limb that is normally developed. And if there is amniotic fluid escape out by the rupture of uteroplacental circulation membrane, or by the agenesis of kidney if there is oligohydramnios, then amniotic bands are formed, amniotic layers that adhere to the especially the limbs and face, and that disruption of the already developed limbs, it produces the disruption or the change the shape of the limbs and the face. It was normally developed, but amniotic bands can circle around the face and the limbs and produce the constrictions and make the limb deform. Next is the deformation. They are due to mechanical forces that mold a part of the fetus. For example, club foot. The foot is inverted position due to compression in the amniotic cavity. That foot was normally developed, but due to compression, it changed its shape. It is inverted position. The name is given club foot. Deform may also involve musculoskeletal system. We come to the after this definitions teratology. Teratology is study of the abnormal development. Teratology is the branch of science that study the causes, mechanism, and pattern of the abnormal development. It is a branch that studies the but causes of the uh, abnormal development. What's the mechanism by which it become structure become abnormal, and what is the pattern of how that become abnormal, pattern of abnormal. These three things are studied. What are the causes, by which mechanism it will lead to deformity, and what is the pattern of abnormal development. Causes of birth defect. Number one, we'll take this one, causes. We'll talk about here. The causes of birth defects are often divided into the three headings. Number one, causes are genetic factors, gene defect, environmental factors, that is the environment lead to alteration of the structure, multifactorial inherited multifactorial, multiple causes of, that is the responsible, inherited causes are responsible for deformity or abnormal development. For 50 to 60% of birth defects total, etiology is unknown. You can't find out any etiology. The rest of the 40%, we know the causes. The defect may be single or multiple, that is multiple defect in the body or single. It may be major defect like in the heart, or minor defect like deformed pinna. Clinical significance. 90% of infants with 3 or 4 minor defects, if you find out 3 or 4 minor defects, also have 1 or more major defect. Second is, this genetic factors are most important cause of birth defects. Many times the fetus are born abnormal and you can't find any cause. The reason is genetic factors. They cause 1/3 of the all defects. 85% have no known cause. Chromosomal changes are two types which are responsible for genetic factors. Uh, Number one, numerical. Number two, autosomal. Changes may affect the sex chromosome or autosomal chromosome. Numerical chromosomal abnormalities. Number one, numerical aberration of the chromosome. If there is the aberration occur, uh, breakdown of the chromosome, result from non-disjunction during the when the chromosomes separate from each other at the mitotic spindle. So failure, non-disjunction occur, and aberration of the chromosome occur. Second is structural chromosomal abnormalities. It occur from the chromosomal breakage, that breakdown. The breakage further considered on two aspects: translocation. It is the transfer of a piece of one chromosome to another chromosome, a non-homologous chromosome. Second mechanism is deletion. When chromosome breaks, the part of it may be lost. Birth defect caused by mutant genes, that is abnormal gene. Mutation involves a loss or change in function of gene. There is one condition name is given, mosaicism. The One thing is that non-disjunction occur during mitosis, during early cell division. Now, mosaicism, a person has two type of cells in their blood, that is the red cells are two types, may has two cell lines with two or more different genotypes. Is a mosaic. It results from non-disjunction during early cleavage of zygote. Mosaicism resulting from loss of a chromosome 45-46. So once the chromosome is lost, the one cell is 45, other normal 46, which means this in which this is the chromosome is get lost. These cells are 45. This normal is no other that's normal, and that is the 46. So some have normal 46, other abnormal 45. So two cell lines are present. One cell 46, other 45. So if such two type of cells are present, then the name mosaicism. There is one condition known as triploidy. It is the polyploidy. Normal haploid number is 23. If we multiply with the 3, it becomes 69. So triploidy is the polyploidy. That is the multiple of the haploid number. Multiple. If you go and multiply the haploid number 23, say with 2, with 3, with 4, like this, then that is the condition is triploidy. That 23 multiply 3 is the 69. Tetraploidy. Double the diploid chromosome number. That is normal 46. It become 92. Because all the chromosomes they shift to the one cell. Other does not receive any genetic material. So they have become tetraploid. But they abort soon. Does not survive. Aneuploidy condition name abnormal number like 45 or 47. The polyploid is multiple of haploid, which is 69. Syndrome, a term used when there is multiple defects are present. We say it is a syndrome. That is the plural of the symptoms. Syndrome is a group of anomalies occur together but have specific common cause. But cause is single. The viral attack causes multiple defects, or any drug which cause the multiple defect involve the different system like heart, lungs, GIT, urogenital system are like this. But basic cause is say a viral attack only, or the drug intake, or radiation exposure, which is the usual causes, and that cause the not single defect but cause the multiple defect. So common cause of all this is single, not that different causes causing different anomalies in one fetus. These anomalies are found in one fetus. Cause is specific. So one syndrome name is given vectoral. Vectoral term use V for vertebral, A for anal canal, C for cardiac, T for trachea, E for esophagus, R for renal kidney. and L for limbs. So which mean the total, we take the first capital letter of every one defect and together name is given vector. So vertebral column defect, anal canal defect, the cardiac defect will be theme, trachea defect, esophagus defect, kidney or renal defect, and the limb anomalies. Environmental factors. Environmental which come to the from the environment are drugs, viruses, hormones, etc. These are the coming from outside. Say when women use the drugs during pregnancy, viruses attack to the woman, or hormone taken during pregnancy. So we say environmental. Infectious agents. Infectious agents which can cause the anomalies are Rubella virus, which is very commonly involved in anomalies. It causes the heart defects, deafness, and teeth defect. Next virus is herpes simplex virus. It causes microphthalmia. Ophthalmia mean eye, small eye develop. So it may be abnormal eye, small eye that develop. So it causes microcephaly, small skull. You have seen such people with small skull, microcephaly. HIV, that is the human immune virus, that is the lead to microcephaly, growth retardation. Syphilis, sexually transmitted disease, responsible for mental retardation and deafness. Chemical agents. Number one is the valproic acid. Valproic acid, that is the drug used for epilepsy, and it is difficult to stop this medicine because lead to convulsive fits. So that is used for a long time. If the pregnant woman does not take valproic acid during pregnancy, fit may occur, and due to strong fit, the child may be aborted. So if you stop this drug, but if you take this drug or give, it is responsible for the neural tube defects which we have talked about: spina bifida cystica, spina bifida occulta, like this. So heart and limb anomalies also occur. Heart and limb anomalies also occur, but one has to give the medicine, but the or switch on to the other medicine. So it should be avoided. Valproic acid should not be given during pregnancy. Second drug which is favorably used is phenytoin sodium. Phenytoin is available with the name of Dilantin. It is also anti-epileptic drug, lead to mental retardation and facial defect. Another is the lithium, which is the derived from various sources, lead to heart defects. ACE inhibitor, angiotensin converting enzyme, A angiotensin C converting E enzyme inhibitors. These are the drugs used for high blood pressure. ACE inhibitor leads to growth retardation in the fetus. So this should not be used in pregnancy. Alcohol intake. Many women are habitual of taking alcohol, especially the European countries. The heart defects and mental retardation of the fetus occur. Warfarin, which is used as anticoagulant in various heart diseases to avoid the clotting of blood. It is anticoagulant and to save the patient from coagulation of blood, it is continuously used. But this should be avoided in the during pregnancy, and we should be use alternative to that, which is skeletal abnormalities. Lead, which derived from the various sources like plastic industry or from the fish or the sea fish in the meat of the sea fish are lead. IUGR lead to intergrowth retardation and neurological disorders. Cortisone, that is steroid, and cigarette smoking responsible for cleft lip and cleft palates. That is defect in the palate and lip occur. Hormones, androgens. If given in pregnancy, sometimes one has to give the hormones. Bleeding may start during the pregnancy. To stop that, the various hormones are given also. It leads to masculinization or overdevelopment of the female genitalia, especially the estrogen responsible for this. Malformation uterus of the fetus, uterine tube, and in male may malformation of testes and abnormal sperm analysis. Maternal diabetes, if the mother is diabetic, heart and nervous system defect may occur in fetus. Now the principles of the teratology. Susceptibility to teratogens varies with the time. काफी याद नहीं हो जाता मैं दो करा था कि और कर